The story unfolding in Albania today is unlike anything the world of politics has ever seen. In a move that is both bold and controversial, Prime Minister Edi Rama has appointed the world's first artificial intelligence-generated minister to his government. Her name is Diella, and she is not a politician, nor a technocrat, nor a career bureaucrat. She is an algorithm, an AI creation brought to life in the form of a woman dressed in traditional Albanian costume, projected on screen as if she were as real as any cabinet member in Tirana. Diella was first introduced to the public in January of this year when the Albanian Media and Information Agency revealed her as a digital assistant for the nation's growing e-Albania platform. That platform, already a centrepiece of Albania's digital governance strategy, offers citizens the ability to apply for documents, access official services, and bypass the endless lines and paperwork that once defined bureaucratic life in the Balkans. But what began as a tool for efficiency has now been elevated into the heart of government itself. Prime Minister Rama has given Diella the portfolio of Minister for Public Procurement. At first glance, the title may sound technical, even dry. But behind it lies immense power and influence. Public procurement controls how contracts are awarded for everything from roads and bridges to hospitals, schools, and even military supplies. It is a ministry through which billions of euros flow, and one that has historically been dogged by accusations of favouritism, manipulation, and outright corruption. By putting an AI in charge, Rama is making a daring claim that corruption can be defeated not by stronger laws or more prosecutors, but by replacing human temptation with machine logic. The images released by Albania's information agency are carefully staged. Diella appears with poise and confidence, her appearance a deliberate nod to national tradition. She embodies the fusion of Albania's cultural heritage with the promise of digital innovation. To many Albanians, this is not just a technological step forward. It is a symbolic declaration that their nation, once seen as isolated and stagnant, is ready to embrace the future and lead the world into uncharted political territory. Supporters of the move point to Diella's strengths. Unlike a human minister, she has no friends or relatives lobbying for contracts. She has no personal fortune to protect, no donors to repay, no party bosses to please. Her algorithms are trained to detect irregularities in bidding processes, to flag suspiciously inflated prices, to analyse data at speeds no human could ever match. She is, in theory, incorruptible. And yet the announcement has also sparked a storm of skepticism. Opposition politicians accuse Rama of hiding behind digital theatre, creating an avatar that may look impressive on screen but lacks the real authority to stand up to powerful interests. Experts warn that algorithms are only as good as the data they are fed. If corrupt networks manipulate the information entering the system, can the AI truly prevent wrongdoing? And if Diella makes an error, approves a flawed contract, or blocks a legitimate one, who bears responsibility? The AI, the programmers who coded her, or the Prime Minister who appointed her? This is the paradox of Diella's appointment. On the one hand, she represents a radical experiment in clean governance. On the other, she raises questions about accountability, transparency, and even democracy itself. After all, a minister is traditionally a public servant who can be questioned, criticised, or even voted out of office. But how do citizens hold an algorithm accountable? The Albanian public has reacted with fascination and humour in equal measure. Social media filled instantly with memes and debates. Some citizens applauded the decision, writing that a robot can't be bribed and welcoming the novelty of a minister immune to human vices. Others joked that Diella may soon learn Albanian politics too well and decide to resign in protest, just like her human predecessors. Critics asked a more serious question. How can a country claim democratic legitimacy if part of its cabinet is not human at all? The government has tried to reassure skeptics. Officials insist that Diella is not replacing political leadership but supporting it. She will not draft laws or set policy. She will oversee the fairness of tenders and contracts. Edi Rama describes her as a safeguard, not a ruler. Yet in giving her the formal title of minister, the Prime Minister has deliberately blurred the line between human governance and machine participation. That blurring is precisely what makes this story so powerful and so unsettling. Around the world, governments are watching closely. Many nations have experimented with digital assistants to provide public services. Estonia, long hailed as Europe's digital pioneer, has deployed AI chatbots to guide citizens through tax filings and government portals. In the United States, local administrations use algorithms to speed up applications for housing or benefits. In Asia, smart city projects rely on AI to manage transport, waste and energy. But until now, no country has gone as far as Albania in giving an AI a cabinet seat. International reactions are divided. Some observers praise Albania for courage and innovation, arguing that smaller nations can often take risks that larger, more cautious states would avoid. Others warn of dangerous precedents. If AI ministers become common, will politics lose its human face? Will algorithms, however advanced, ever understand the messy, emotional realities of public life, the compromises, the empathy, the moral dilemmas that define leadership? For Albania, the stakes are high. The country has been seeking closer integration with the European Union for years, promising reforms to tackle corruption and strengthen democratic institutions. By launching Diella, Edi Rama is attempting to show Brussels and the wider world that his government is serious about change. But if the experiment backfires, if scandals emerge despite Diella's oversight, or if the AI becomes a target of ridicule, it could reinforce doubts about Albania's readiness for deeper European integration. Still, there is something undeniably captivating about the vision. A small Balkan nation, often overlooked in international headlines, has suddenly leapt into the centre of a global debate. The image of Diella, traditional costume wrapped around an artificial intelligence, captures both the continuity of culture and the disruption of technology. For younger Albanians, it may even feel like a refreshing alternative to the endless cycle of human politicians tainted by scandal. Yet beneath the symbolism, the practical questions remain. Can an algorithm truly analyse the complex, sometimes subjective criteria that go into awarding a public contract? Can it weigh the long-term social benefits of a project against its immediate financial cost? Can it account for political realities, or does it reduce everything to numbers and probabilities? Experts argue that AI can highlight anomalies and patterns invisible to humans. It can identify suspiciously repetitive winning bidders or contracts that consistently exceed budgets. But it cannot, at least not yet, understand the full context of human decision-making. That is where critics fear the illusion of incorruptibility may give way to disappointment. And then there is the matter of transparency. AI systems are often described as black boxes, where even their programmers struggle to fully explain how decisions are reached. For citizens, that raises a troubling question. Is Diella more transparent than a corrupt human minister, or less transparent because her logic is hidden in code? Edi Rama, for his part, insists that this experiment is not just about technology, it is about trust. Albania's citizens, weary of decades of political scandals, need a symbol of change. By turning to Diella, the Prime Minister is gambling that a digital face can rebuild public faith where human faces have failed. The gamble is as audacious as it is uncertain. Albania has taken a step into the unknown, a step that could inspire imitation across the globe or serve as a cautionary tale of technological hubris. For now, the world is watching. Cameras replay the moment when Diella was introduced, standing tall, her digital form steady, her gaze fixed forward. It is a moment heavy with symbolism. The first AI minister in history entrusted with guarding the flow of public money in a country determined to escape the shadows of its past. From the dictatorship of Enver Hoxha, where the state controlled every aspect of life, to the democratic struggles of the post-communist era, Albania's history is one of transformation. Today, that transformation enters a new phase, one that blends heritage with artificial intelligence, tradition with digital innovation. Diella now carries not just the title of minister, but the burden of expectation. For Albania, she is a test of whether machines can succeed where humans have faltered. For the world, she is a glimpse into a possible future, one where politics is not only made by people, but also by programs. And as Albania begins this extraordinary experiment, the central question remains: will Diella prove to be a guardian of integrity or a symbol of misplaced faith in technology? The answer will not come quickly. But for now, Albania stands alone in having crossed a threshold no other nation has dared to cross. The age of the AI minister has begun.
Mirë se erdhët në Albania. Unë jam asistenti juaj virtual, I krijuar nga inteligjenca artificiale. Komunikoni më shpejt dhe më lehtë, tashmë edhe me mesazhe zanore. Futuni në profilin tuaj në Albania dhe kërkoni ndihmën time. Unë do të marr informacion nga institucioni publik nga i cili kërkoni shërbim dhe do t'ju jap përgjigjen e detajuar. Përgjigjet janë të shpejta dhe të sakta, por ato nuk janë këshilla zyrtare dhe as opinionet autoriteteve përgjegjëse. Përdorimi i asistentit virtual është opsional. Në çdo rast, ju mund të përdorni Albania dhe shërbimet e saj pa përdorur asistentin virtual.